Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Chaffee. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. So, we're going to focus on the weekend, which is not looking good, certainly for Saturday. And Sunday, some areas are going to struggle. There's also going to be some severe weather issues that we want to touch upon. First off, for tonight, and we are setting everything up tonight with regards to the weather system for the weekend. We do have, at least into tomorrow morning, a slight risk of severe weather from Kansas east into Indiana and a marginal risk that comes into southwestern Pennsylvania. But as far as most of the area from northeast Virginia through southern New England, thunderstorms are not going to be an issue, obviously, tonight. We had a really spectacular day today. Temperatures made it up to 70. It broke out wide open, and the sun just did its job. The sun this time of year is very strong. It's as strong as it is in the early part of September. So all you need to have happen is get the sun to come out, and and as long as the air mass is reasonable, you can warm up. Now, as far as Saturday is concerned, there looks like there could be a large area of severe weather breaking out from northeastern Missouri, covering much of the Ohio Valley and extending down into Tennessee, northern Alabama, northwest Georgia, and the Storm Prediction Center. You don't see moderate risk too often, but we have a moderate risk of severe weather being forecast for northwest Illinois, and also that's inside an area of enhanced risk. So this is something that we certainly are going to keep an eye on. In the Northeast, down into the northern mid-Atlantic states, you can see where the cutoff line is as far as any general thunderstorm activity. I really think the main push of this is going to be where the SPC has the slight and enhanced risk. And then as we move on into Sunday, the risk diminishes. And Sunday's problem for our neck of the woods is going to be a really stubborn warm front that's going to have a very, very difficult time moving through. So let's just give you an idea here as far as temperatures are concerned. Now, take a look here for tomorrow. We are going to see highs that are going to have a tough time in many areas getting out of the upper 40s and low 50s. You have a warm front to the south, a northeast or east wind, and of course, on top of that, there's going to be rain. And rainfall amounts are going to be on the order of about, let's say 3/4 of an inch to maybe some areas getting up to as much as an inch or an inch and a quarter. I think the heavier rain is going to be as you go west and away from the coast. Now, take a look at what happens on Sunday. The warm front has a very, very tough time, as we've been saying, and it may wind up just kind of stalling out somewhere like this. So, if you're south and west of the warm front, you're going to be in good shape. Temperatures will be climbing up in the 60s in southern New Jersey, low 70s in south central, southeastern Pennsylvania, down into Maryland and Virginia. And if you're in the other direction, if you go north and east of the warm front, guess what? You're going to spend Sunday in low clouds and light rain and drizzle, and temperatures in the mid 40s to low 50s. So where that warm front lines up for Sunday is going to be rather critical. So as far as the rest of this evening and tonight goes, we're okay. Looking at the satellite, you can see the moisture that's streaming up out of the Pacific into the plain states. And of course, that's setting up that severe weather we talked about for the areas across the Ohio Valley and points west for tonight. But we're just going to kind of be on the edge of the clouds. There's a band of clouds down in Maryland and Virginia, and the radar is actually starting to show the warm front developing, and you're seeing it in the form of some light rain showers that are breaking out in over the Delmarva Peninsula, going north and west into northeast Virginia, and then a larger band of rain in Ohio. This is going to gradually expand as we go through to the night. So let's run you through what the weather models late this afternoon and this evening are showing us. And again, the high holds on overnight, but you start to see some rain move in tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. The rain will be covering central and southern New Jersey, much of Pennsylvania, down into the Delmarva Peninsula, and we're going to see some patches of of heavier rain in the mix during Saturday afternoon. You can see how the model displays them in the areas in yellow and in the red area. And of course, we've got a developing storm way out to the west, and that is going to be the trigger mechanism for the severe weather. The warm front is kind of like this. And the problem is that we have this blocking pattern setting up now. So normally, with the way the weather pattern has been, that low in Iowa would run up to the northeast and just keep on, and it would keep on going. So you'd bring the warm air up the coast. But if you look at Sunday morning, if you look carefully here, the warm front is kind of stuck right in here. In fact, there's probably a little low that forms on that warm front. So it sort of pinches off the warmer air that is trying to move up the eastern seaboard. Again, I think at the end of when this is all said and done, the front probably makes it to just south and west of New York City and northeastern Pennsylvania, so that if you are south and west of there, this is Sunday afternoon. Here you're in okay shape. A scattered shower or thunderstorm with the cold front can't be ruled out Sunday afternoon. So I guess if you're asking me which is the better of the two weekend days, it's going to be Sunday for areas south and west of New York City. If you're north and east of New York City, it may not necessarily make a difference. So if you're down near Baltimore, near Washington, D.C., if you're from Philadelphia southward, Philadelphia is kind of on the edge, you'll have your better day on Sunday. And of course, with this blocking pattern, this low is a tough time getting out of the way. So weather conditions are going to be kind of mixed on Monday with variable clouds. You can see the models triggering off some showers. And then take a look. There's a low coming out of the southern plains. It's going to move straight eastward and off the North Carolina, Virginia coast so that we could get into some more rain in here on Wednesday. And given that we are now at this point, this is April 1st, the amount of cold air is minimal. If we had this pattern back in February or even early March, we probably would be talking about accumulating snows for some people, but not the case. So it's a typical early spring pattern that we're in. I wish I could say that the weather that we had today, that we would be able to replicate it for the weekend, but that is not going to be the case. The Joe and Joe weather show tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, and that's on my YouTube channel, Joe Chaffee. So tune in. It gives you at least something different to watch than all the programming that is centered coronavirus all day and all night. So if you got to watch a little TV, at least this is going to give you a little bit of a break. Try and have a nice weekend, especially since you may wind up being cooped up indoors for much of the time. Hopefully, we'll get a little luck and some areas will break out on Sunday. Take care, everybody, and please stay safe. Do the social distancing thing. And every day, I guess I could just say that we're one day closer to the end of this.